Apple should back down because rent collecting is bad for its business long term, right? So you have to decide as a business, do you want to make your money milking your asset, or do you want to make your money innovating into the future?
I mean, I have a lot of issues with Apple, but the charges they put on the App Store is not one of them. I mean, at the end of the day, Epic Games chose to be on the platform. Those were the terms. If they didn't want to do it, they didn't have to. And they get a lot of benefit from being able to access Apple's 1.5 billion devices globally, installed base that they have. I honestly don't. I think Tim Cook, the thing he's done the best, quite honestly, managing is the relationship with Washington and his relationship with China. He's been masterful, the best CEO out there. And so I really don't think this is going to gain much traction. Obviously we have an election coming up in 90 days. We'll see if that changes the calculus a bit. But for right now, it's not something that keeps me up at night on Apple, quite honestly.
I look at it in terms of what are the things that Apple can control. And one of them is the terrific technology that they now have with their vertical integration into the iPhone. The iPhone is not going away in the decade of the 2020s. In fact, if you look at the microprocessor technology that Apple has invested in, some people have estimated that by 2030, the iPhone, and I think it'll still be around as a main part of Apple's business in 2030, that it may be 1 billion times more powerful than the original iPhone that Steve Jobs introduced. So think about what that means for services, the types of things you'll be able to do. Think about when 5G is fully deployed around the world. So Apple's got a great runway ahead of them. It's the most competent company maybe in the world in terms of its ability to run operations, execute, and it's been, many people have said, well, why isn't it more innovative? Well, it actually is very innovative in the things that are important in building its ecosystem. I mean, for example, the app library that Apple announced this year, that only makes it more easy for people to be able to add more apps and to be able to upgrade apps and things of that sort. And that's the engine of profitability for Apple is in the services, particularly the App Store. So I'm very bullish on Apple. I think they'll hit $2 trillion market cap probably before the end of this year. And I would guess by 2025, we'll be talking about, will Apple hit $2.5 trillion? This is clearly a company that is in for a long, long run.
It's not the first litigation. We expect that there'll be more to go. Typically, litigation is not a good thing. But when we look at it, Apple has simply innovated left, right, and center. They continue to innovate during the recession. They continue to come out with new products. They continue to go into new markets like healthcare. We like the stock. We have a buy rating on it. This is a little bit of a distraction. It's not a positive, but simply put, it's not the first time we've seen this either.